I've been talking about goals for over 25 years. When I was about 4 years old, I wanted to be a jockey.
Number 2, wearing pink and purple, weighs in at 113 pounds. Okay, next. Number 1, wearing blue and green, weighs in at 115 pounds. Okay, next.
Number 7.
Number 7. Weighs in at 120. Come on, both feet. Number 7, wearing orange and white, weighs in at 347 pounds. Okay, next.
My approach, speaking from the heart with an awful lot of humor and some sparks of wisdom. If you can teach yourself to have a better attitude, or if you can help someone else discover a better attitude, I will submit to you today that attitude is a skill. Firstborn son right here. Picture this young man at about 6. And don't you ever do what I did to him. I told him the night before that I was going to take him to an amusement park. They opened the place 15 minutes early. 7:45, they opened the amusement. We were cut loose. And by 11:30 in the morning, we had not been on a ride. Oh, Daddy, this one's too high. Can't go on that. Don't worry, there's tons of rides here. Don't worry. Oh, this one's too low. This one's too scary. Oh, not scary enough. Too fast. Too slow. 11:30 in the morning, I had to look at this beautiful young man. I said, son, you haven't been on a ride yet. It's 11:30. I know. And we walked around a little bit more, and he found himself standing out in front of a ride called the Hell Hole. There was a camera inside, monitors on the outside. It was a large cylindrical room. Kids would walk in and they put their backs up against the wall and stand there and they'd spin this room. And when it was spinning fast enough, they dropped the floor 5 or 6 feet to hell, hence the name. And the kids would be sticking their arms and their legs out, and the brave ones would be turning upside down. And he watched this ride once, and then he watched it twice, and then 3 times, and 4 times. And number 5, I knew he had made a decision. And number 7, he looked at me and said, Dad, this is it. I'm going on this ride. Will you go with me? It struck me that in order for them to spin that thing fast enough to make me stick to the wall, our firstborn son, the light of our life, and 8 or 10 of those other children would die. I'm talking death by centrifugal force. I've never seen it. It can't be pretty. At that moment, that room started to spin, 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 spin. I knew I was okay So I decided I would focus on our son. I looked over here and spin, 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 and that motor reached the critical wind, spin, 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 and that boy suddenly started getting taller and taller and taller and taller. And I looked down and I was still standing on the floor. Where's the boy? He's up here. Arms and legs coming out. That's why is it they can't spin the thing fast enough to make your body stick to the wall, but your clothes do. I think you know where I'm going here. I'm standing at the bottom of the hellhole with the worst wedgie I'd ever had in my life. For me on that particular day, the floor came back up. I put everything back to where I thought it belonged because one way or another, I was walking out of that ride proud. And I did. And the whole time I was in there, and the whole time I was headed toward that door to go out, I didn't think for a second about the camera. There were 200 people standing out there watching me. I wasn't there with them, but I could see them in front of the monitor in my mind's eye going, there he is. There he is, there he is, there he is. I walked out of, have you ever had 200 people in unison go, there he is? I had a guy run up to me with a $10 bill in his hand, waving it back and forth, screaming, hey buddy, here's 10 bucks. You go on that ride again, I'm gonna pay your way. Well, there you have it, a brief example of what I do. Now here's what I'd like you to do. If you need to refocus your group on current goals, yours or theirs, if you want to help your group rediscover why they want to be successful, or if they're suffering let down and you want to re-energize, refocus, and move them on with a new sense of purpose, call me. Let's talk about how we can work together. I'll look forward to hearing from you.